Welcome back to another episode of Synthetic Lover. Last time I left you guys off here, I think, because I didn't save, so I had to skip through everything again. So hopefully I remember to save at the end of today's video, but I digress. We got a virus from Bastion, I think his name is, and we're here looking for answers on how to fix it, but you know, I already think there's probably no way to fix it, so, you know, let's just enjoy our newfound sentience and actually really, you know, choose to suck a cock this time and actually enjoy it on our own terms. Well, we make our way around the bar into the employee room. It's a semi-private area here, but I can't be too picky. Besides the occasional passerby, we have the room to ourselves, so there isn't a huge risk of anyone overhearing. Bastion cautiously looks around again. I guess he's worried about something himself I don't know about.
Alright, spit it out, kid. You got 30 seconds.
How can he be so rude and nonchalant when he's the one who literally came to the brothel? I guess that's what we're gonna call it. He came to the brothel, gave me a virus, and then broke the window and escaped. How can you be this nonchalant?
What? I need more time than that.
Fine. I'm just pulling your leg, man. What's up?
I don't think you are, Bastion.
That device you had with you last time? I need to use it.
What are you talking about? Which device?
Oh, shut up.
Stop playing dumb, Bastion.
I see. Someone even told you my name.
When you showed up at Dollhouse and requested to be served by a dominating lover?
Fuck, don't remind me. My insides are still cringing. And by the way, I didn't request anything.
Sure you didn't. Just listen to me. The device you had with you, when you dropped it on the floor, it activated. There were some clicking noises and a brief light.
Testing. Okay, just making sure my mic is working.
Okay, that little gadget.
Yes, exactly. It did something to me. Something terrible. It sort of corrupted my biosystem.
Did it make you even hornier?
It's been 2 weeks now, and I really can't function anymore like I used to. Everything went to shit. I can't work, my ratings are down, I can't do anything.
Are you sure you're not confused? Did you, go get checked?
Me? Confused? Do you even know anything about biots?
I come closer to him because his mocking response is making me lose my patience. Yeah, touch him. Oh no, don't back away. In turn, he backs away into the wall. This guy is not comfortable around me. Not because I'm intimidating. I suppose he doesn't feel at ease with biots in general. What the hell? That's bio-racism. Bio-racism? Biot racism? I feel like there might be a better little combination of words here.
Nope.
Of course I got checked. I spent 2 hours in diagnostics with my tech trying to figure out what's wrong with me. Your device did something to me, I'm sure of it.
Robophobic? Maybe something like that.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't need you to tell me anything. Just give me back the gadget, and I'll be on my way. If you really need it, I'll give it back to you after my tech is able to reverse the damage done.
I don't have it.
What do you mean?
I'm saying I don't have it anymore.
That's it?
What do you want me to say?
You really don't realize how important this is, do you? You hacked me. You broke me. It's your fault, your responsibility.
You have to take care of these kids. Oh, that's a different conversation.
I can't continue to function like this. A biot is not supposed to experience this. We're not made for this bullshit. I need to get back to normal, how I used to be. This process needs to be reversed no matter what.
Dude, are you listening to me? I said I don't have it.
Then where is it?
How should I know?
So, it wasn't even yours?
Oh, jeez. Of course not. It was a job. J-O-B. Get it?
Job? No, you'll have to break it down for me.
Why do I need to explain everything? I don't have time for this. I'm sorry, okay? I can't help you.
Oh, well, as long as you're sorry, I guess it's fine. I look at him intently.
Man, I have my own things to take care of. This is not my problem.
You really have no idea what you've done. You've ruined my life.
Oh, please. You're a big... what? Biot?
Don't act like
You'll
you don't
figure
know
it
the
out.
word. I burst into hysterical laughter like an anime character that lost their mind. That kind of laughter, or what? I want to hear it.
Big Biot.
Huh?
Please, just go now, okay? It's pointless to insist.
At least tell me where I can find the device again. How can I get it back?
I'm not too sure.
Just point me in a direction. I have to do something.
I'm sorry, I wish I could help. Who knows where it is now?
He shrugs.
What will they do to me if I can't perform? If I can't serve the clients?
I have no idea.
Of course you don't. They'll surely get rid of me. Discard me like trash. A biot who experiences emotions, has desires of his own, who likes to sleep on a soft bed instead of his usual standby unit, and enjoys looking out the window? Who needs that kind of thing?
And it's just too much it's just too much lounging about for a sex slave, you know? It cuts into the profit margin.
Wait, what?
Do I need to tell you my suffering in more detail? How I can't stand serving clients anymore? How I just want to be left alone?
I'm starting to feel very upset. If this guy keeps this up, I might punch him in the face. There's tension in my entire body and a strong urge to burst out and hurt someone. I can barely contain myself while we're still talking. This feels very strange.
No, the part about desires and emotions.
What about them?
That seems kind of unusual, right?
No shit. Are you hard of hearing or just slow? A biot isn't supposed to experience them. So I've been told.
And my device did this to you, you say?
I nod. He crosses his arms and starts rubbing his chin pensively. Interesting.
Tell me, what else has changed since you've been activated?
Well, I sleep more and I notice things. I'm just constantly aware of everything. The smells, the feelings of things, my thoughts, and how mentally shitty everything is at every goddamn moment.
Okay, calm down for a sec. If what you're saying is true, and that device really did this to you, then there's a possibility.
I tilt my head at Bastion in a questioning manner.
I'm starting to think those fuckers seriously gypped me. Which means I might be able to get it back and let you use it before I make sure I'm paid for what it's actually worth and not the peanuts I receive for it now.
Really?
As long as this benefits you somehow, I'm glad. I can't believe it. I did it. Bastion found his own reason to get the device back, but I don't care. As long as I can borrow it for a bit, it's a deal. Before I can celebrate, a smooth voice breaks my train of thought.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, Daddy. Oh, you just fucking leapt in between us. Okay. Both of us jump and a tall gentleman emerges from the shadows. He looks extremely professional, but more importantly, he's fully dressed in guiding light uniform. The one and only corporation that produces buyouts distributes to a series of establishments like Dollhouse and pretty much runs this country, unofficially. It also has patrols that I've been specifically instructed by Rico to avoid like the plague. Damn it. Am I in trouble already?
Apologies for interrupting. I couldn't help but overhear that you're one of our Elysium models, and that you're having trouble functioning properly.
Sir, if you want a free time, you'll have to go back to the shop. I can't bend over for you right now.
And who might you be?
My name is Terence Foster, the main assistant to head researcher in the Biot Development Division. At your service.
Bastion stares at Terence in disbelief. He definitely doesn't appear to trust him and doesn't try to hide it either. What did this head assistant overhear exactly? I don't remember mentioning to Bastion that I'm an Elysian model. Shit, he knows who I was before he got here. Double shit.
How did you...
Please, don't be alarmed. I'm not here to report you to the patrol, or take you in against your will. I was simply making my usual stop by the Black Orchid on the way home to get a drink, and overheard you while I exited the restroom.
Yeah, that was not as convincing as you thought it was.
I've never seen you here before in my life.
The three of us look at each other. Mr. Foster doesn't seem to be bothered by Bastion's accusation and just continues.
You see, I work at a particular division within Guiding Light. Our small team is independent to the main cell and focuses on research and development, with particular emphasis on system stability. I'm quite familiar with the inner workings of biot nervous systems, and conditions that might cause them to malfunction. In fact, I'm currently writing a thesis on the subject.
What are you getting at?
Well, I'm saying that I might be able to help your friend here.
We're not friends.
I nod my head in agreement. Terence Foster turns around and starts talking to me personally.
I see. Either way, I'd like to offer my help in the matter. I know that GL is quite strict about the repair policy when it comes to biot malfunctions. Believe me when I say that there's several available options when it comes to mending a biot's nervous system. If you're willing to enlist my help, I will in no circumstance let the company reset you, or use any of the more efficient methods the company currently operates by.
How can we be sure of that?
But why are you sticking up for me? What do you care?
I will personally oversee the project as an independent case study, and, if you'd like, I will keep this gentleman here informed of every step of the way. Despite him denying being your friend, he clearly cares about you, or has a stake in the matter.
You're talking out of your ass, Suit.
Bastion moves closer to me.
You seriously can't trust him.
Are you getting jealous that easily? Some random man shows up and you're already jealous? Come on now.
I have no way of knowing if you're telling the truth.
Just a moment. Let me give you my card.
With efficient movements, Terence Foster takes out a small plastic card from his briefcase. It looks genuine and feels heavy. It was likely very expensive. Heavy? What is it, made of gold? The embossed letters and GL logo sparkle with gold and read, Head Assistant Terence Foster, Independent Research and Development Division Number 3.
So, once the repair is complete, I'll be able to return to where I came from?
Absolutely. We will not require you to tell us anything as to where you came from or where you were stationed. Your ID will not be scanned, and everything will remain strictly confidential. Just let us assist you in the repair process, and follow through with the diagnostics. And again, in case you are concerned about the company buyout repair policy, rest assured you'll be entirely under my care. As someone who's working under the head researcher, I have significant resources and authority to do what I need to do without higher management breathing down my neck. I get that GL is focused on efficiency and their profits, but as a researcher, I look beyond that and try to help biots be their best.
God, I can't wait to get backstabbed by him. It's gonna feel so
maybe
good.
Maybe you could help? It's just, I'm not sure this is your domain.
I have a feeling it might be. Tell me, when you started feeling changes, was it sudden or gradual?
Definitely gradual.
And your awareness started expanding with your thoughts, and followed by physical sensations.
Yeah, that's it.
This is bullshit. He just overheard our conversation.
I don't know. I like just walking off with older men I just met.
No, that isn't the reason I know this. Last question. Through the course of serving your clients, did you find it upsetting that they are no longer happy with you, despite you trying your best?
How did you know that?
How does he know that? Oh my god, you're joking, right? What kind of person wouldn't be upset about that?
A person, but not a biot.
He's right, Bastion. I'm not human. But I'm getting increasingly upset with client dissatisfaction.
To be quite honest, the more I listen to Mr. Foster, the more convincing he sounds. It's a nice feeling to be able to talk to someone this reassuring and capable. For God's sakes, he's a researcher, or an assistant researcher. Almost the same thing. These people create buyouts and are the brains of the operation. If he can't help me, I doubt anybody else could. Despite my slight suspicion from earlier, I'm starting to think I should ask this man to help me out rather than the bartender. Who knows what that slacker might pull off? He could just as well run out on me exactly like he did the first time, and I wouldn't know any better.
I don't know. He's still from GL, so I can't say I trust him.
Shall we let this gentleman decide?
Bastion starts fidgeting. He totally forgot about his shift, and we spent about half an hour talking things out. Regardless of how unprofessional Bastion seems, I already got him to say that he'll get the device back. After all, he should take responsibility for the trouble he's caused. Also, I know for a fact what caused my malfunction, so why bother and spend time with a researcher when I just have to focus on finding the device? The bartender already knows where it is, it's just a matter of time before we locate it. And this GL employee, sure he sounds smart and has a professional looking business card, but Rico did say I shouldn't trust anyone from GL. What should I do? Can I save? Or maybe I have to... Oh, that's not the save button. Escape? No, what? Save. Guess I have to click down there, damn. Yeah, right-clicking and escape bring us there. Alright, anyway. On the one hand, it seems like actually going with Bastion might actually solve the problem I'm experiencing. But on the other hand, Daddy. Also, he'll probably have us deactivated. But before that, I'll be with Daddy, so... Okay, Terence. It looks like I'm gonna have to... Even in his narration just before this happened, before I made that choice, all he said was bad things about choosing the Terence option. He didn't say one good thing about the Terence option. And I still chose it. I want to see what happens. Maybe it'll give me a bad ending rather quickly. Or maybe this is the defining choice in the game that decides what route you're on. I don't know. It looks like I'm going to have to hedge my bets. Although I have suspicions that this GL employee might have some kind of agenda, he did correctly identify my symptoms. If there's anyone I need to depend on right now, it would be him. Bastion notwithstanding, I have no one else to turn to.
Actually, Mr. Foster, I think I'll go with you.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in this buyout brain.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Didn't you hear a lick of what I just said?
Yeah, but you're kind of annoying, Bastion.
He claims to be a regular customer at the Black Orchid, but this is the first time I've ever seen him. Doesn't that bother you?
Have you ever heard of does not compute, Bastion? Idiots.
How can you be so sure that he won't dispose of you like some doll when he gets bored poking around?
I'm not, but this researcher understands what I'm going through, Bastion. He could be my ticket to resolving this and going back to normal. Also, he could have been here when it wasn't your shift.
Gentlemen, I assure you that opting for my help is the right choice. Biosystems are my bread and butter. I do this sort of thing every day.
Bastion finally stops fidgeting as his rage passes in silence.
You know what? Forget it. Why should I even care what happens to you anyway?
I know. Please go yell at someone else right now.
Just don't you come fucking crying to me when trouble comes your way. This has your name written on it.
I might do that. I'm not sure where the route will take me, but maybe I'll come back crying.
Bastion, there's no need for you to be concerned. Granted, we don't know each other personally, so my word means nothing to you. I assure you, this buyout will be taken care of and kept under my personal protection.
Don't you give me that calm, condescending bullshit. There's no one else I hate more than someone who's stuck up and full of it. Just drop the fucking act. You're clearly up to something. I just know it.
Despite having an aggravated man yell at him, Terence remains patient and calm. He raises his hand above his brow and gently sweeps his hair.
Well, I suppose you have a right to doubt me. To you both, I'm only a stranger that you've just met. Objectively, there's little reason for you to trust me. I'm not here to convince you that you took the right path.
and there's no guarantee that the repair will be successful. However, I'm doing what I believe is right and best for this Bayat's well-being. Give me a chance, and I'll do everything in my power to bring you back to normal. Your fate matters to me, as do thousands of other Bayats I've helped.
The way that Terence speaks with authority and forthright clarity, I'm beginning to think that he is a much better choice than Bastion. I know, Bastion's sort of like a Neanderthal. Bastion only agreed to help when I mentioned what the device did to me, which made him realize its actual value. Why should I bother when I now have a greater alternative standing right in front of me?
Whatever. You can handle him while I go back to doing my fucking job.
Bye. Knocking me out of the way, Bastion storms out of the room.
I feel bad now.
Don't
Why?
worry about him. This is your choice. As I was saying before, my name is Terence Foster, and I will be your direct liaison with GL. Now, would you be so kind as to follow me?
Okay. How much time is needed for you to be done?
Depending on the complexity of the issue with your neurobiological mainframe, I would estimate it taking roughly a week.
Say this is not what you were hoping for. Look at the bright side. I guess, let's look at the bright side.
A week doesn't sound too bad. Could be worse, I guess.
It could, but rest assured, I'll do everything in my power to expedite the process. I know how important this is for you.
That's appreciated, Mr. Foster.
Time is still of the essence, though. The longer we wait, the more risks I'll have to take. The company protocol is my greatest concern. While you might come out of this untouched, I could get in trouble since I'll be doing this off the books in my private lab. I promised your ID wouldn't be scanned, didn't I? Such a thing could get me fired.
While I understand his worry, I also have to face the chance that I'll never return to normal.
I can't return to my workplace with the way things are now, and I don't know how long I can stay away without getting into trouble. Please, try to get me repaired as soon as possible.
Yes, absolutely. You have my word.
He gently guides me by the shoulder, ushering me out the door.
Now, right this way.
Compared to the foolhardy Bastion, his hand feels comforting and certain. I don't know why, but this feels right. Once outside, rather than driving, Terence decides to walk. Interesting background. He guides me through the quieter streets. There's still shops and people around though, so I take my time to look around and take in all of the interesting sights. We soon approach one of the tall, upscale apartment buildings that towers over the city. Its sleek design and contemporary architectural style speak volumes about its residents' income levels. This doesn't look like an office though.
Hold on. Where are we going, Mr. Foster? Didn't you say you were going to take me to your private lab?
Actually, we won't be going there just yet. I'll need to transfer some equipment first. Please, be patient. You have nothing to worry about.
He escorts me through the doors of the apartment building. The luxurious lobby is sparsely furnished but comfortable. Terence carefully looks around before guiding me to the elevators. Wait, were we not already at his apartment door? That's what it looked like we were
Be
at.
patient. You have nothing to worry about.
I guess not.
After you.
Holding the elevator door open, he gestures me inside and pushes the button to the 14th floor. From his hair down to his shoes, Terence exudes professionalism and sophistication that makes him incomparable to the average citizen. His finely tailored suit, his perfectly styled hair, his delicately shined shoes. This is a man that takes responsibility into his hands and makes things happen. Bastion doesn't even cut it. I'm so glad I accepted Terence's help. As the elevator doors open, he scans the corridor before proceeding to take me down the hall.
Well, here we are. Please, if you will.
I exit the elevator and wait for him to show me where to go next. Despite how large the apartment complex looks, we don't encounter anyone on the way. It's already past working hours, so I'd at least expect someone to be coming and going. Terence finally brings me to a rigid black door embossed with a golden 1421 at its center. He deftly pulls out a gleaming keycard from his pocket and unlocks the door.
Please, come in and make yourself at home. As you're currently under my care, you'll need to stay with me in my apartment.
That's new.
Okay, and where did this come from? It wasn't part of the deal we discussed.
God, he just wants a sex slave at his house.
This was the plan all along, but the trivial details weren't worth mentioning.
Actually, I would appreciate you keeping me in the loop with everything, no matter how small the detail.
Of course, of course. Apologies for the oversight. You have no need to worry. I will make sure that your stay here is comfortable. Now, come along.
He waits for me to enter the room before closing the door behind him. Actually, staying over isn't a problem. It's the suddenness of it all that's jarring, especially for someone who's never stayed in another human's apartment. I step into the bland, luxurious living space. The curtains are closed, the furniture is minimal, and the color scheme of the room is white and gray. This would be no place to enjoy for a party, much less throw one.
I can take your jacket, if you'd like.
Huh? Where? Where's my jacket? Oh. I thought that was just a shirt. What?
I can take your jacket, if you'd... I can take your
Interesting.
jacket, if you'd like.
I mean, how does it come off? Do I pull it over my head? What kind of jacket is that? It must come off in the back or something, I don't know. I silently remove my jacket and hand it over to Terence, who stores it in the closet. Although the way he carries himself radiates trustworthiness, Terence hasn't given me any clues on what he's like.
Feel free to use the hygiene facility at your right as you see fit. The bedroom is up ahead, so please, make yourself at home. To continue, the fridge and the drinking water filter are on your left. In the lower compartment of the fridge, you'll find resources at your convenience for biot consumption. I've gathered various nutritional pastes that are complete with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Do not hesitate to take any as needed.
Terence Foster is stocked up on paste. That strikes me as extremely odd. Well, you never know, maybe he likes chowing on it sometimes. If he's been living alone all this time, why would he have paste? It's not like he's requesting Bios to come over to his apartment on the regular basis. Is he?
Thank you.
Certainly. Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment.
He starts punching in numbers on his comms device.
But hold on, Mr. Foster.
There's no need for the formalities. Terence is fine.
Terence, I've no problem with staying, but what will I do for the time being?
If you must need some guidance, you may use my entertainment system as well.
That's not exactly what I meant.
If you're referring to going outside on your own, please understand it's too dangerous for you to leave. As you know, an unaccompanied buyout on the street will raise suspicion.
What? Why? Do people not... So do people not, like, have their own personal buyouts? You know, that serve them in their homes and stuff? And can they not send out said buyouts to go run errands for them? Like, it doesn't seem like it would be suspicious, but... I've been lucky enough to avoid trouble so far. Even though I don't look any different from a human, I can't be too careful. There's still a chance someone could recognize me as an Elysian model.
Therefore, unfortunately, you'll have to make do with this living situation.
I suppose that makes sense.
Also, we'll need to assign you a human name as a precaution when we're talking in public.
That catches my attention. I've been called by human names before by my customers, but never have thought about getting an actual name for myself. How about slut? Whore? I like the sound of those. That's what I've been called a lot.
What kind of name?
He rapidly begins to swipe his comms device.
Mole? Colburn? Dolan?
Mole.
Murpheus? What's with this page? So much for feeling lucky.
How about Ed?
Ugh. Okay, Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Fuck. Jesus. That's not... No.
Do you like it?
No.
I'm not sure, but I've been called it recently by a patron.
Better pick something you actually like.
Maybe Christopher?
If that's what you prefer.
I don't know what I prefer. I haven't really thought about names much.
John?
No, even I know that's too generic.
How about this? Since you're an Elysian model, let's just use the last 3 letters. so it'll be...
Damien?
Ian?
Oh. You just went literally the last 3 letters.
Exactly. May I call you Ian?
I flush at the way he's addressing me. This feels rather special. I can feel my biot plum slowly working its way through my biot urethra.
Sure. Thank you.
I'm not sure why I'm thanking him. Is it because he's come up with such a nice name for me? At the same time, I wonder, why is he making such an effort to cover up my nature and pick a name I actually like? I'm a biot through and through. A biot that needs to return to Dollhouse. How does this have anything to do with being repaired? Yet, Ian does have quite a ring to it.
Excellent. You're no longer Unit 532, but Ian.
Terence strikes yet another bright smile towards me. By the looks of it, he must be enjoying this process.
And let's see.
Like a stylist plotting to beautify his client, he begins to circle around me.
Of course, this won't do. I think I may have something more suitable.
My clothes?
Really? This top is quite appropriate for my function.
I don't actually know what your function is. Remember?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, right.
Either way, it doesn't seem very warm or comfortable to me. If you could please follow me, I have some clothes in my wardrobe that will serve you better.
He's so so suspicious. He's awful at this. He's like, I don't know what your function is. I never said anything about your function. I didn't say anything. It's like, okay. Returning to the bathroom, Terence presses a button and a wardrobe of clothes slowly slides out of the wall. Wait, what am I is that the shower? Huh? Is that the shower behind it? I see water coming down. Is it on right now? Is the shower right next to a bunch of clothes? Is the closet and the shower one and the same? What the? This is strange. This is not normal. I'm sorry, you pay how much for this apartment a month? For this? This is... oh my god.
You may pick something from here, whatever suits your fancy.
You're sure? Don't you have personal attire that you don't want anyone else to touch?
Not at all. I have no special preferences, and in this case, I would consider it an emergency.
Yeah, imagine how steamy it gets in the shower. And all that condensation, and then that just gets on your clothes? Like, I don't understand.
Well, if you don't mind, then...
I notice that the rack is arranged from casual to rigidly professional. I reach out for the only brightly colored shirt of the pack, tucked in a corner.
Does that mean I can borrow this?
Of course.
The shirt sparks with a vibrant blue and has a velvet texture. I have a feeling that this shirt is made for me.
So, you're asking me to change now, right?
Yes.
He really wants me to strip right now. Put him on the spot? What does that mean?
So, are you just gonna stand there and stare? You're not a client of mine that I have to strip in front of.
Damn. Terence looks so uncomfortable with those words. Offended, even.
I would never ask you to do that. I'm sorry if I came off that way.
I don't like this. I feel like he's gonna eventually just tie us up in his basement. Well, I guess he doesn't have a basement. But I feel like he's just gonna eventually, like, handcuff us to this apartment and never let us leave just so he can play around with us. I mean, those are the vibes I'm getting from his creepy ass.
I'll be in the kitchen.
Yeah, okay.
I don't actually care if he watches me change or not, but I'm feeling pretty fed up with being bossed around for the past hour. It's nice to finally have a moment to myself. After sliding out of my top, I slip on the casual shirt, warmer and looser than the cold fabric of my dollhouse suit. Minutes later, Terence calls out to me from the kitchen.
Ian, have you finished changing?
Yeah, I'm in the living room.
Terence pops up in the living room with a portion of biot paste.
I've got you some food. If you need more, help yourself.
Ugh, gourmet eating. He gingerly hands me the paste tube, dropping it into the palm of my hand.
Thank you. I appreciate the hospitality.
I rip open the plastic container and start to squeeze out the contents into my mouth.
Now, I'll be going. If you need anything, please let me know.
Where? Where are you going?
Here's a number where you can reach me when I'm out running errands. But use that only during emergencies.
I'm not sure what emergencies would come up while I'm staying here. For lack of a better response, I just smile and nod.
Great. Now,
Pardon me for asking, but where are you going exactly?
I have some work to do. I'm a GL scientist, remember? Also, someone has to put in a request for that equipment transfer.
No, he's gone. He just bolts for the exit. As he rushes off and exits the apartment, he leaves me in the confines of his empty and unfamiliar living room.
Great. Now what?
I approach the windowsill and open the curtains, revealing a vibrant neon-infused city brimming with life.
Yeah, now this is more like it.
I rest my back against the windowsill and peer out into the pulsating city. Pulsating. I don't like that word. Not to describe a city. The next morning, I find myself still peacefully seated against the window. I must have accidentally fallen asleep while watching the city. I look across the room and notice that Terence's bedsheets appear undisturbed. I wonder if he even returned to sleep here yesterday night. After eyeing my surroundings in greater detail, I notice that all his furniture and belongings remain untouched. It really seems like Terence hardly spends time in this place. Can you even consider that living here? Hoping to find something interesting to do today, I bring myself to my feet and proceed to explore his apartment. Once I enter the corridor leading to the exit, I hear a soft grunt from an adjacent room. To my surprise, I find a shirtless Terence performing even pace push-ups.
Oh, good morning, Terence.
I guess Daddy's gotta keep himself in shape. He pauses and tilts his chin up to me.
Ian, good to see that you're up. Did you find everything to your liking?
Did you not notice that I fell asleep on the windowsill?
Yes, but when did you come back? It looks like you were gone for the entire night. I figured that once you returned yesterday, we'd get a chance to discuss living arrangements in detail.
My schedule isn't consistent.
Oh, hello, Daddy. Terence finally brings himself to his feet.
I was busy working.
Aren't you tired?
There are no visible signs of fatigue from Terence. For a human to strain himself from lack of sleep yet remain perfectly functional seems abnormal.
I have a job to complete. If I can't do it, then no one will. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll need to run some errands in a couple of hours.
But didn't you just come back from errands? Oh, for a second I thought he left the apartment like that. Without his shirt. Terence brushes past me and wanders off towards the bathroom.
But
It doesn't seem like I'll be able to get guidance from Terence anytime soon. Not looking to interrupt his morning routine any further, I return to the bedroom where I'm greeted by the warm presence of sunshine. If there's any consolation, it's that I can still observe the outside world from this canopy and enjoy the morning view of the bustling streets below. It isn't until later that I begin wandering around the apartment and look at Terence's door. It only takes a quick glance at the bedroom to realize that there really isn't much to look at. In fact, the apartment's eerily similar to my workplace at the dollhouse, functioning only as a place to stay and sleep. As I scrutinize a nearby lamp, Terence appears once again, fully clothed and prepared to leave.
Aren't you a curious fellow? You know, it's inappropriate to look through other people's belongings without permission.
Tell him you're not impressed.
like there's anything to look through. There's not a personal item in sight. And here I thought humans would have cozier homes. Did you just move in or something?
Not really. I'm not sure whether I should feel flattered or irritated now that you've taken a liking to investigating how I live. Either way, make yourself feel at home. I'm not one to judge what may suddenly pique your interest.
I suppose that's reassuring.
Now, I'll be taking my leave, Ian. If you need anything, please let me know. There's no telling how long I'll be out.
When will you be back? Please, I'm dying of neglect.
Sure, bye.
Please, feed me some milk, Daddy. I refrain from trying to pry more answers out of him as he briskly exits the apartment without so much as a goodbye. How does he seriously expect me to feel at home if there's not much to do?
Whatever. Here's to another day of boredom.
Returning to my investigation, I make my way around the room and eventually reach his bedside drawer. I attempt to open the top shelf, but it won't budge. A locked drawer? Now this is an interesting development. Let's just smash it. What could you possibly want hidden under a lock and key, Terence? In hopes to uncover something about his mysterious character, I make several attempts to forcefully pry it open. He doesn't even care. He's like, whatever, I'll just tell Terence I wanted to see more. I'm a little busybody. We're not afraid.
Damn thing. Come on.
I grip the knob harder and brutishly try to break the lock, only to stop myself from inflicting damage after regaining my senses. What am I doing? Trying to force me into Terrence's secrets? He'd have every right to be angry if he discovers I've done such a thing. Instead, I grab the remote and turn on his entertainment system with the plan to watch a whole host of shows until it gets dark. Alright, before Terence comes back for the evening, if that is Terence, I'm going to end this episode here, guys. So thank you all for watching. Doesn't really seem like he's very interested in helping us. Don't know what that's about, but I guess we will find out. So, I'd like to thank all of my patrons that support me at the 8 tier above, and their names are Eric Ellis, Blue Lagoon, Hooray is My Way, Jesse Olsen, and NQS, so thank you guys, and I thank all my patrons for helping support me play games like this on my channel when we come back in the next video. I think I already mentioned it. Bye, guys.